Have you ever wondered why life, despite its joys, often feels like a struggle? Why moments of happiness are fleeting, and why dissatisfaction seems to linger? These are fundamental questions that have puzzled humanity for centuries. Around 2,500 years ago, Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, grappled with these very questions. His journey led him to a profound understanding of the nature of existence, summarized in what are known as the Four Noble Truths. These truths are the foundation of Buddhist teachings and offer a clear path to understanding and ultimately overcoming suffering. In this video, we will explore each of these four truths, drawing insights from ancient Buddhist scriptures to understand their relevance to our lives today. The first of the Four Noble Truths is dukkha, often translated as suffering, unsatisfactoriness, or distress. It's important to understand that doesn't just refer to physical pain or dramatic hardship. As one of the video transcripts highlights, suffering follows us like a shadow follows a figure. The truth of dukkha acknowledges the inherent impermanence of all things. Pleasant experiences don't last, relationships change, and our own bodies and minds are constantly in flux. This inherent instability leads to a sense of unsatisfactoriness, even when things seem good. This truth isn't meant to be pessimistic. Instead, it's a realistic assessment of the human condition, acknowledging that suffering, in its various forms, is a fundamental aspect of life. As another source mentions, we experience suffering from not getting what we want, suffering from being together with what we dislike, suffering from separation from what we like, and suffering because of the flourishing of the five aggregates. The second noble truth, samudaya, explains the origin or cause of this suffering. Buddhism doesn't simply state that suffering exists, it delves into why it arises. The primary cause of dukkha, according to Buddhist teachings, is craving or attachment tanha. This includes craving for sensual pleasures, craving for existence, and craving for non-existence. This craving is often rooted in ignorance, avidya, a misunderstanding of the true nature of reality, including the impermanent and selfless nature of existence. As one of the video transcripts points out, the cause of suffering is ignorance, greed, anger, resentment, sorrow, worrying, fear, and disappointment, clinging to the self. This clinging to a self and the belief in a permanent I leads to the desire for things to be a certain way, and when reality doesn't align with these desires, suffering arises. The principle of dependent origination, paticcasamuppada, described in one source, illustrates how ignorance leads to actions karma that perpetuate the cycle of suffering. The third noble truth, nirvana, offers hope. It is the truth of the cessation of suffering. Buddhism teaches that suffering is not an inescapable fate. It can be overcome and brought to an end. The ultimate cessation of suffering is nirvana. This is not simply annihilation or emptiness, but a state of liberation from craving, attachment, and ignorance. It is the absence of greed, hatred, and delusion. A state of profound peace and wisdom. As one source suggests, with the ending of these defilements, all feelings are calmed, cool, and serene. Achieving nirvana means breaking free from the cycle of rebirth and the suffering inherent in it. While the full realization of nirvana may seem distant, the path to its possibility begins with understanding and practicing the teachings. Even if one hasn't attained the fruit of an arahant, a fully liberated being, by practicing the Buddhist teachings, suffering can be gradually eliminated. The fourth and final noble truth is magga, the truth of the path to the cessation of suffering. This is the practical guide to realizing nirvana. This path is known as the Eightfold Path. It's a comprehensive way of life that encompasses ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. The Eightfold Path is not a linear sequence, but rather a set of interconnected principles to be developed simultaneously. The 8 elements are: right understanding samadhi, understanding the Four Noble Truths and the nature of reality. Right thought, samma-sankappa, cultivating thoughts of love, compassion, and nonviolence. Purify the mind of negative thoughts. Right speech, samma-vakkha, speaking truthfully, kindly, and constructively, avoiding harmful speech like lying, slander, and gossip. Right action, samma-kamanta, acting ethically and avoiding harmful actions, such as killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Not killing any living being and not encouraging others to do so. Right livelihood, samma-ajiva, earning a living in a way that doesn't harm oneself or others. Avoiding professions that involve violence, deceit, or exploitation. Right effort, samma-vayama, making a conscious effort to cultivate wholesome qualities and abandon unwholesome ones. This includes preventing negative states from arising and nurturing positive ones. Right mindfulness, samma-sati, paying attention to the present moment with awareness and clarity, observing thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. Right concentration, samma-samadhi, developing mental focus and concentration through practices like meditation, leading to deeper states of awareness and insight. By understanding and applying these foundational teachings, we can begin to unravel the roots of our own suffering and embark on a path towards greater freedom and well-being. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights into Buddhist teachings. Share your thoughts in the comments below.